First, behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
And on the Blue Alliance number 3, we see all 3 of the robots started off with cones, and they all 3 scored. 2 in the upper row, 1 in the middle, and both 604 and Iron Claw back with cubes this time, and both of them managed to score. And meanwhile, their alliance partners, Deus Ex Machina, made it back to the charging station and had it level by the end of Autonomous. All of it adding up to a formidable lead for the Blue Alliance as they start tally up. But Red is more than ready to start to make that up. We see on the Red Alliance, Titanium Robotics already racing back with a cone, joining their alliance partners, Funky Monkeys, both side by side, working on placing cones in the upper row. And they both managed to get those to score, and both go up and over the charging station, and once again, in unison, grabbing those cones from their loading zone. Unfortunately, 1160 did not manage to hang on to theirs, so at least partners Funky Monkeys heading back alone to score. But back on blue, they are hanging on to their lead, and Iron Claw coming over to add to that, filling out one more cube in the upper row. Looks like Blue Alliance might be just one piece away from entirely filling that upper row, and they may just now have done that with the contribution from 604. Red, meanwhile, as Funky Monkeys try to score their partners, MA Bears. On their way over, they drop a cube, in fact, that they slam into their alliance station, but they are able to pick it up, recover, and score, while their partners are once again at the loading zone. But back on blue, working on maintaining that lead. C5171 coming over, and their cone goes on the middle row. Looks like Blue Alliance, in fact, had a cone knocked out of their upper row. And meanwhile, we see Deus Ex Machina on the Blue Alliance and several red robots getting into a collision in the midfield. Titanium Robotics almost losing their footing, but they managed to stay upright with 45 seconds to go in the match. And once again, we see all 3 of the red robots almost getting into a bit of a pushing match with 604, but Quicksilver is able to break free, making their way back to their side of the field. And meanwhile, lots of action over on the red side in the final 30 seconds. Funky Monkeys almost tipping over, but keeping their footing. However, their alliance partners, 766, their bumpers making their way free from the robot, and they are out of action for the time being. 15 seconds left. Blue Alliance trying to preserve that lead. 2 of the robots on the charging station. 10 seconds left, and those blue robots making some room for their partner, 972, and all 3 blue robots on the charging station, and it looks like they do get it level just in the nick of time. On red, however, their robots losing the level by the end of Autonomous, and they will not score and engage. By a score of 175 to 108. And that means that the Blue Alliance, this is Alliance number 3, stays in the lower bracket, stays alive to play another day, and that will be in round 3, match 9. And that also means that Alliance 7 has now lost